Tavuli News today. Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele hands over 20% KFPL shares to Kolombangara landowners. Fiji and Solomon Islands strengthen legal ties. Solomon Islands National University Distant Learning Centre promotes education in schools in South Guadalcanal. And coming up in sports, Solomon Islands Floorball team prepares for the Oceania Floorball Championship Qualifiers. Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa Osifello. At Ringi on Kolombangara Island, Western Province, on Tuesday this week, Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele officially handed over the 20% Kolombangara Forest Products Limited's share certificate to landowners, marking a major milestone in local ownership. Margaret Nwake has the story.
Be wise, be disciplined, be strategic. Work hand in hand with your new partners and make Kolombangara a model of sustainable forestry and community-driven development in Solomon Islands and in the Pacific.
Those were the sentiments anchored during the official handover. The ceremony was attended by government ministers, members of parliament, provincial leaders and community representatives. Cultural performances and a traditional blessing symbolized unity and the landowners' recognition as co-owners of the forestry enterprise.
In 2022, the government injected $15 million to rebalance ICSI's diluted shares in KFPL, a clear demonstration that we stand by our indigenous landowners. Even the funding of today's celebration is a reflection of government's belief in you, the people of Kolombangara.
Under the new arrangement, New Forest Asia Limited holds 75%, Kolombangara Island Investment Limited 20%, and the Investment Corporation of Solomon Islands 5%.
And this has been a long-standing government policy. And then Gina picked him up too, and I'm still maintaining. And me encourage me for quick time lo him. So the policy is that 20% of ICSI shares have been given to the people of Kolombangara.
The partnership makes landowners active participants in one of the country's leading forestry companies, which employs over 1,000 Solomon Islanders and contributes more than 30 million annually to the economy.
I think we feel like maybe bamikolem little bit easier access for me falasabe because the community is a big thing. Yeah, people are the main thing there. Okatna onamlan and so ota benefits yeah me feel like for him as kasem na ota community.
This signifies the importance of unity, accountability, and sustainable development as Kolombangara begins this new chapter.
2, 3. Give him a candy. Give him a candy, everyone. Thank you.
For Tavuli News, I'm Margaret Nwake.
Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele acknowledged the persistence and unity of the Kolombangara landowners, emphasizing their new role in decision-making, economic growth and sustainable forestry management. He said the share certificate represents their transition from bystanders to co-owners and business partners in the future of Kolombangara Forest Products Limited.
Today is a proud day for Kolombangara. It is a proud day for the Western Province. And of course, it is a proud day for beloved Solomon Islands. This partnership marks the beginning of a new chapter, one of hope, one of shared prosperity, and one of progress. On behalf of the Government of National Unity and Transformation and the people of Solomon Islands, I congratulate all of you. May God bless Kolombangara Island, may God bless the Western Province, and may God bless our beloved country, Solomon Islands.
The Public Accounts Committee will begin its inquiry into the 2026 Appropriation Bill 2025 on Thursday, the 13th of November at the Parliament House. The bill seeks to authorize government spending of $5.6 billion for 2026 and sets annual borrowing limits under the Public Financial Management Act 2013. It includes borrowing through Treasury bills and loans from development partners and domestic financial institutions for infrastructure and development projects. PAC Chairperson and Member of Parliament for Central Honiara, Gordon Darcy Lilo, urged all staff and ministries to be prepared and punctual to ensure smooth hearings. Relevant departments are finalizing logistical and technical arrangements ahead of the inquiry. The committee aims to ensure transparency, accountability, and responsible use of public funds during the review process. The Fijian Minister for Justice and Attorney General, Siromi Turanga, and 10 Fiji delegates from the justice sector today arrived in Honiara as part of the Twinning program and also visited the Solomon Islands to meet with his counterpart, Plesi Rore. The visit is part of the One Talk legal network known as Viri Kawaka, which promotes collaboration and knowledge sharing amongst legal professionals across the region. The visit is to strengthen the spirit of collaboration formalized through a memorandum of understanding between the two ministries.
Honourable Ministers, it has been 9 months since our last meeting in Suva, when we signed the memorandum of understanding between our two ministries. As it was then, today and the days ahead mark another significant milestone for our two nations. One that reaffirms our commitment to deepening cooperation, building enduring partnership between Fiji and the Solomon Islands in the pursuit of justice and good governance. Regional collaboration is just only the advancement of justice, governance, the rule of law, and the Pacific region. Through the establishment of the Twinning program, we have created a bridge for mutual learning, knowledge exchange, and professional development. This partnership allows our legal professionals to learn from each other in the Pacific way. In terms of policy development, legal aid administration, research, legal practice, legislative drafting, and the broader workings of the justice system.
The Government for National Unity and Transformation is strengthening its Justice to Justice partnership between the Solomon Islands and Fiji. The visit focuses on council exchanges, training and capacity building for legal and court officers under the new Memorandum of Understanding.
Okata office blo yumi yumi everyone actually okata out of sud blo yumi former British colonies so law blo yumi common law that is one fella. Two is that yumi learn by sako sit down law other office where you same people or same yumi and different is there's an advantage too for go Australia New Zealand but for yumi time go law Fiji okata kamlo yumi or some Melanesians no more so sit down law office and yumi talk that kind of relationship nothing the advantage lamb. And I think finally the thing is that you may learn differently. The way you may sit down with other Melanesians, you may learn differently. You may learn through what man make funny or to laugh over eating together and not always drink kava across there. Same with them, Papua New Guinea and Vanuatu. That's the advantage that you cannot get them anywhere. Since we will sign him that MOU, Law Reform Commission blame Law Solomon and signed to with them Fiji. Law Fiji Minister of Justice, the thing is that correctional service and yes, so you may have correctional service with police, but I correctional service and so while office blame me already signed with that, DPP by sign law next week with MDPP Fiji. While that is happening, two things. One, by me go learning things that are happening already between you me. What now you may learning from that. And number two is in light of what will happen between you me already, where areas for you build on more. Because one, we're already doing some things. Lawyers go across and lawyers come, lawyer. But against that lesson learned already, the second problem is against that lesson, how now areas more for him improve more.
Fiji's Ministry of Justice is also studying the Solomon Islands Justice Information Management System to support digital justice reforms. The partnership promotes mutual learning through a twinning program between both countries' legal agencies. The Minister for Women, Youth, Children and Family Affairs, Kathy Nori, has praised the Solomon Islands' progress in promoting children's rights over the past 30 years under the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Speaking at the World Children's Day in Honiara, Nori said the country has strengthened laws and partnerships to protect children, but challenges remain.
Ongoing sectoral initiatives in health, education, justice, policing, and social welfare laws and policies to ensure inclusive and equitable services for every child, especially those most vulnerable, and to empower children and young people to meaningfully participate in shaping the future.
She called for continued teamwork and commitment to ensure every child is safe, included, and heard. A two-day pre-campaign on non-communicable diseases leading up to the World Diabetes Day on Friday began today in Honiara. NCDs are identified as one of the leading causes of death in the country. Health workers gathered at the Honiara Multipurpose Hall to offer free medical checkups and awareness services. Lifestyle diseases are commonly seen in clinics, and this campaign addresses not only screening but also provides patients with counselling and advice to help manage everyday lifestyle choices.
So we have specialized people. They come around here. The nurses, the doctors, the nutrition, the public health people, the high promotion. We work together under this Fala program, where me Fala come out and we do a part in checking people. So like people that come, they check for blood pressure and sugar. They will go and do their food screening. They check for their feet. They will go and check for their eye. They will go and check for their oral health. They will go and go for counseling under the nutrition department, where me Fala set up here too. Now, all of us are working together in campaigning against diabetes. And MIFALA decide for doing this one in part of promotion and advocacy, so that people must come forward and check their blood pressure and sugar. Not only that, but other NCDs too, like cancer, diabetes, eye disease, because of sugar, So this is part of the pre-campaign MIFALA doing for today and tomorrow.
The event is also seen as a way for health professionals to give back to the community ahead of the main NCD campaign.
This is a part of the campaign where MIFALA doing for free service that we come out to the public, that MIFALA and the GIFA must come out and check. It's better to check early than you sick, then you come to clinic where complication happen finish. When we detect you early, we will treat you and you will all right. You will be okay. But if you come late low clinic, that's another problem where MIFASA refer you for another level of service where you can go down to the hospital, and if doctor decide you need to be admitted, you're admitted. If you're okay, then you can be discharged. But this is part of the 2 days, advocacy, promotion, and awareness that MIFALA come out for making for public for Sabbath, that one. And then on the third day, it's the World Diabetes Day, where the actual World Diabetes Day happen on that day, that we celebrate all over globally and even here, number 14 November.
The Solomon Islands National University Distance and Flexible Learning Centre has conducted an awareness in communities and high schools in South Guadalcanal. Emma Kamasi with more.
Listen good. Look at the information about the giving me.
The South Guadalcanal constituency has become the first constituency to introduce a distance and flexible learning awareness program in partnership with the Solomon Islands National University, SINU. The delegation today visited Nala community, where they were welcomed with a traditional ceremony by local chiefs, two Honourable Member of Parliament for South Guadalcanal, Roland Seleso, the SINU DFL team, and representative from the provincial government, before continuing community awareness program at Varemoho and Laloato Community High School in Talise Ward.
Mite mi herem now. This is a program di EPL bampahem operate lo ya. Me very happy Thomas. Me happy because as me go along lota school me looking staka me pala teachers me pala certificate ya. Sample pala staka most lo diploma no. And so in which me pala need pongo peta standing, but the access pongo pobut po standing na it's a problem because of money. And so time you pala bring him come this one lo access him lo here. Nipal me especially me happy to much. Most of these people around lo here, ota talk about him too, ota like him to program DFL. And time you will Arab come today do him awareness, ota hear him today, ota understand him, ota like him too much now. Me looking by him easy now. Expense longo. Go and attend him to different place. By him easy me. By him help him or the parents lo encourage him or the picking lo to attend him to different.
In the Solomon Islands, many parents continue to face challenges in supporting their children's education. Today, many schools dropout or school leavers still find it difficult to continue with further studies due to financial and accessibility issues.
Time ifala usually send a student for go school or some other side. Me fala facing our challenges. Even at the beginning, you know, no garem place for all the stay good and yeah. Out the lane or some, even out the stay with the motor relatives or some. Sometimes out no some comfortable too for stay with them motor different family rather than out stay with them fair and low home. Yeah, awesome.
However, the SINU Distance and Flexible Learning Center is now bringing university education closer to rural and remote communities, making higher education more accessible for all. The new program is expected to be officially launched in March 2026.
Three major programs we will run and pathway program for the school leavers. Form 3, Form 4, 5 and 6. We are leaving school Form 3, Form 5 and Form 6. These pathway programs are more like a second chance education program. We're giving these students who drop out another chance to pursue their education and achieve their goal in life. So far we have we established centers like Taro, Choice Province, partnership with Social Provincial Government, Lo Gizo with Western Province 2, Lo Gizo Community High, Lo Noro with Western Province 2, Noro Community High, and Lo Marovo Lagoon, and private authority, Lo late statesman Snyderini, establishing one sub-center, Lo SR Academy, Lo Marovo Lagoon. Then we go across Lo Isabel, Lo Buala, one of our oldest and oldest center, Lo Buala, where we are partner with the provincial government. Then one of the newest one, Lo Makira, Kirkira, and Lo Tavatana, Lo Arosi. And we also have another center, Lo Auki, so not Auki, but Malu in North Malaita, Anan Atome, Community High School. And then we have one Lo Reef, Lo Lom Lom. So, we have now outreach developing Kasem.
We are not doing planning for what staff who know back or train kind of thing.
The initiative is part of SINU's commitment to make higher education more accessible, promote lifelong learning, and support the government's goal of improving education for all Solomon Islanders. Tavuli News, South Guadalcanal. Laloato Community High School, Emma Komasi.
And moving on now to regional news, Papua New Guinea's Police Commissioner David Manning has condemned the selfish and stupid behaviour of students and villagers after violent clashes at the University of Goroka. Nearly 1,000 students have been evacuated following the weekend brawl between students and locals. 40 students were injured and several vehicles and houses were damaged. 3 police officers were also hurt. Manning has suspended 2 senior officers over the police response and deployed extra manpower to restore order. The autonomous Bougainville government says all Bougainvillean students are safe and a committee has been set up to assist them. The university has announced a 2-week break before final exams resume online and in person. A bushfire on Aitutaki in Cook Islands on Sunday caused concern amongst residents and tourists as smoke spread across homes and resorts. No injuries or property was damaged were reported, thanks to the quick action by firefighters who contained the blaze with a controlled backburn. Mayor Nick Henry says the fire likely started from rubbish burning or scrub fires and has renewed calls for tougher fire safety laws. The island is experiencing one of its driest years, with rainfall less than a third of last year's totals. Welcome back. Now in sports, the Solomon Islands men's national floorball team is in full preparation for the Asia-Oceania Floorball Championship qualifiers scheduled for January 2026 in Wellington, New Zealand. At a press conference held today, Wednesday, player head coach Adam Olfson confirmed that the selection of a 24-man squad for the tournament. The team aims to qualify for the 2026 World Floorball Championship in Finland, with 10 Asia-Oceania nations competing for 4 spots.
Well, I take the selection of the players is made from the league, where I watch the games and other people as well, of course, who in the selection committee, and we see good players that could benefit the team. We had the old team before, so take away some players, put in some new interesting players that we saw in the league from the clubs. So that's why it's important to have a league. You can see and scout, and especially when it's organized league as well, and playing every Sunday is easy to watch the new players. And you also see we record all the goals and assists and everything. You can see who's the player scored the most or made the most assists, because in floorball assists and goals are equal. So if you have 1 point, if you score 1 goal and 1 assist, you get 2 points. It's not like soccer, for example, where only goals are counted. But here it's together. So.
Olafison also outlined plans for a 3-on-3 tournament next year as part of the team's ongoing development program.
In my opinion, I mean, we are fit. Some players struggling with mentality and focusing on this competition. But according to fitness, we are there. We are more fitter than all the other teams, so we win that one. But to win all, we need to win all categories. We can't only win fitness. We will not win the qualifier if we only are fit. We need to be mentally prepared, the best team, because we are so down in skills, like handling with the stick, because players here only play 3 years. The teams we're meeting played 15 years. So we need to be better in everything else to even have a chance. That's why I'm trying to tell my players, you need to have the mentality, you need to have the discipline, you need to be best in tactics, we need to have everything organized. So yeah, and of course, hopefully it helped a little bit that I can play for Solomon Islands too, so I will be playing coach. So at least they have one Swedish player.
And that also concludes our Tavuli News Bulletin for today. If you've missed out on our stories, you can still revisit them on our social media platforms. That's on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Also, for any comments, feedback, or stories that you wish to share, you can always send us an email. That's newsdesk@tavulinews.com.sb. I'm Lisa Alcifello. Thanks for joining us.